Welcome to An Exile. Biden is going after religious liberty in schools. Here's the headline: Trump-era rule protecting religious freedom on campus under threat at Biden's Department of Education. I think it's been made clear what Biden's Department of Education is interested in protecting. It's not religious freedom. It's something else I'm thinking of. And it's not education. This goes back to why Ron DeSantis has also been such a big winner on this issue. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis made national headlines with his parental rights and education bill. The battle for our kids' minds, both in grade school and in colleges, is the front lines of this culture war. But let me get to what Biden did. The Department of Education on Tuesday proposed to eliminate a rule that requires officials to withdraw federal support for colleges and universities that restrict the activities of religious organizations on campus, calling it ineffective and unduly burdensome. The unduly burdensome part is that they're required to investigate and fine universities that perform this act. And they're just going, look, we got to let these universities oppress these religious institutions. We have to remove this rule. Among other things, it set up a system allowing the federal government to deny grants to institutions of higher education if they put limits on the activities of religious student organizations. Anyone who's been in college, and I mean for the last 20 years, knows this is happening, that they put undue burdens on especially Christian or pro-life clubs or Republican clubs in colleges. And we already had Barack Obama sending the IRS after denying grants of 501c3 status of charitable organizations and tax-free exemption for conservative-leaning charities. The ones that were more liberal-leaning, they were fast-tracked through. Under the proposed rule change, the Department of Education would do nothing if a school is found to be limiting the speech or activities of religious groups and would instead direct these groups to take their complaint to court. I just want to know if that same thing applies to all of our civil rights. Remember, we have the right to religious liberty. That's a right to creed. That is what you believe. And of course, race, sex. The department is proposing to return its longstanding practice of deferring to courts, Pader says. While the department certainly shares the view that the public institution should not treat religious student organizations less favorable than other student organizations, wink, 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 we do not at this time believe that a threat of remedial action with respect to the department's grants helps achieve this goal. It actually is a great way to help it achieve a goal by hitting them in their pocketbooks, and they're removing that. We got to get Trump back in office to reverse this. DeSantis would do it also, but they don't understand this is the Biden administration. Maybe they do understand the kind of religious persecution that groups go through in colleges. Another big lose for Biden and another reason to put a check in the box for Trump. I'm Doug in Exile.